Welcome to Audrey's world.
Hi, and welcome to Audrey's World. I'm your host, Audrey Oyer. Today is, a great day. It's just another incredible conversation, another great episode for you to tune into. It is a conversation with one of my good friends, Lauren Haas. So, Lauren, welcome to the pod. Clap, clap, insert clapping noise. Yay! Lauren and I have known each other for over a decade, which seems crazy to say because we met in college, and I'm a youth. I'm Gen Z. That's not possible. Can't be 10 years, over 10 years. Crazy. But the positive side of that being 10 years ago, of college being 10 years ago, is peak 2016. We were in that culture. We were in the environment. We were living it up and experiencing it firsthand. So, yes, I may be old, but I had 2016. I could experience 2016 in all of its glory. And we talk about that today. So, Lauren's a mom of an 18-month-old, so we get into her life with that. We get into volleyball, our relationships with that now. And also, we get into some hard-hitting things, as in chores and candy corn. So if you can't ride by those topics, if you are not into that agenda of our discussion today, let's part ways here. I'll give you time to leave, exit. That's fine. But I think chores and candy corn are the most hard-hitting topics we could ever have to discuss. So, with that, let's just jump right into today's convo. Tonight, you're doing a podcast after your toddler goes to bed. But what's a normal post-toddler go to bed night? Also, would you define him as a toddler? Like, I don't really know the age range or like what the definition is.
No, you're spot on.
Okay.
I would say he's 18 months, so he's just entering probably what they would consider toddlerhood, which is maybe a little scary. But no, he's great. Usually after bedtime, it is like mad dash of Jake and I trying to clean the kitchen and get ready for the next day. So I've ditched him in that effort tonight, and he's doing it by himself, which is fine. But no, yeah, usually it's like, what do they call it? Like close the house down, do the dishes, pack lunch for tomorrow, pack all of the stuff for Lucas for school, and then sit on the couch and watch an episode of TV for like an hour, go to bed, do it all over again.
Yeah. You and Jake are both going into the office now? Or like, how often are you guys going into the office?
Pretty much 5 days a week for the most part. We definitely still have flexibility if you need it, but the trend is more towards in the office more than not, which is fine. I feel like we resisted it a little bit post-COVID, or just kind of like nobody wanted to rush back into being in the office full time. But now that that's kind of the rhythm again, it just is what it is. But yeah, that's because of that. It's like, just get back up, back to the grind of the next day, and the days and the weeks just fly by because of it.
Yeah. Well, I imagine, you saying that has me thinking like, okay, if you're doing it 5 days a week, it just becomes your rhythm, it becomes your routine. So it's probably not as dragged out, or it's like, oh, it's Tuesday, we gotta really close the house down tonight because tomorrow we gotta go into the office, or, like, I wonder if that makes it easier to get into that routine.
No, you're right. It is what it is. And yeah, you got to do it. Some days you're a little more lazy than others, right? You're like, oh, I'll pack the lunch in the morning. And then in the morning, you're like, why didn't I pack the lunch the night before? So we do some of that. By the end of the week, the prep game is not as strong as the beginning of the week. But
yeah,
such is life.
Such is life. And yeah, I feel like you get into these routines and it's like a habit, and especially because, well, now you have Lucas. So I imagine you like find a routine that works for him or works for all of you, and you're kind of like locked in. But then either something changes or it's no longer working, or just like you need something different. So I guess like, do those routines, when do you know they need to change? Because, well, then I have a follow-up question. But when for you do you know that they need a change?
It's so interesting, like being a parent. I was giving it some thought just because I figured we'd probably talk about parenthood a little bit
Yeah.
since that's a topical thing in my life. And I was thinking like if I had to tell somebody the thing that surprised me the most about being a parent, it would probably be the difficulty of the constant transitions. So like as
Mm,
somebody that likes to plan a lot, I wasn't prepared for the constant like continuous learning. And in that first year, especially, you were just like, you get one thing figured out and then they're rolling. You get that figured out and then they're eating solids and you're just like constantly trying to figure it out. So
mhm,
I feel like I was unprepared for how much of that uncomfortableness there was going to be. And I don't know that nobody ever said that to me. Like, you're just gonna be in constant transitions. So you think about life, like you go from high school to college. That's such a big transition. You go from college to the real world, huge transition. I felt like I lived like million of those in 1 year in being a
mhm,
parent. When to answer your question, like knowing when the routine needs changes, a lot of the times, like in the beginning, they're telling you, like, this isn't working for me anymore. I care about different things now. And you have
mhm.
to kind of ebb and flow to that. Now that he's a little bit older and on a nice, consistent nap schedule, I do feel like it's more like what's working for us and what's working for the family. And so that's a fun, exciting new phase too. And we can kind of mold him to our
Mhm.
schedule. That kind of sounds bad, but flex
No.
around, take
Yeah.
take a break, like go to the Xavier game during nap time or whatever it is that
Mhm,
maybe we wouldn't have done as much. And part of that is probably also just being a first time parent,
mhm.
and being more type A of like,
Yeah.
I want to stick to my nap schedule. So yeah, so I think like I feel like just now he's 18 months, just kind of like settling back into like this is our life and how do we shape it together and like ebb
Mhm.
and flow through the changes in the routines. I think that was a big thing I took from that first year of like, it's just constant change and it
Yeah.
probably will be
Well,
forever.
that's something like I grew up when I was growing up, I would babysit a lot, or like my babysitter also watched like little
Yeah.
kids. So I felt like I was maybe tracking that more then, and now I'm remembering, like, seeing my friends and family go through it, like, yeah, even
Yeah.
on an hour-to-hour basis, or, like, I'll say, like, the feeding schedule even from, like, the morning to the afternoon, like,
Yes.
something can change then, and it's like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, kid, like, I thought we were in a routine today," or, like, "I thought we were doing
Yes.
good, like,
What do you
what is
mean?
this?" So, yeah, it is almost like that. Yeah, in my head, when I would see parents, I would be like, "Oh, they're at month 3, month 18, so you're probably in this certain rhythm." But yeah, I think to your point, you
Yep.
forget within a day, like 18 things already changed and you're just rolling with the punches, or
Yeah.
it's not that like cookie cutter, even though it might seem like it from the outside. Like there's so
Yeah.
much nuance going on.
So true. Yeah. Yeah. It's constant. Like I said, it like evens out a little bit. And then maybe also like as you get more comfortable and like being a
Mhm.
parent, you're like, I can roll with the punches a little bit more. Like you're talking about from the morning to the afternoon. I remember, I think every like new parents go through this. Like last night he slept for the whole night and he was wearing the blue onesie, the white sleep sack, like, turned on a 90-degree angle, whatever. We totally did that. And it really doesn't make a difference. But you
Yeah.
kind of chuck that out the window at a certain point and you're like, it's one night, one bad
Yeah.
sleep, whatever it is, and you kind of
Mhm.
kind of push
Mhm.
through it. But yeah, it's definitely day to day.
Yeah. Yeah, well, and then too, I mean, as you were saying, like sometimes I think I don't know when I personally need a change of routine. So like I think like I get into my little like
Yeah.
rhythms, which I know you like too, like love a plan, love a consistent like
Yes.
ritual routine, whatever it is. But then I feel like sometimes I personally get so stuck in those where I'm like, well, this is just what I do. And it's like, well, like it's
So
not
true.
making me happy anymore. Like I feel like I'm getting more stressed out because of it. So sometimes it takes me a while, I think, to realize I need a new routine for me.
Yes. I am the same way. I'm stubborn in some of my own habits, but I think being a parent has forced that a little bit too of having to be more flexible, less selfish, right? You have to
Yeah.
make choices that you maybe wouldn't have put yourself in a position, good and bad, right? Like you don't have the free time in the same ways. So
Mhm.
yeah, it can be hard to recognize. It's okay to change it up, do
Mhm.
something new. if it's not working.
Yeah. But I bet that is, like you were saying, a fun time to maybe like experiment and play around with those things now, especially as you guys
Yeah.
have that. And yeah, I imagine it's a lot easier now that he like has a little bit of a personality, can probably talk a little bit, or like,
Yes.
can cue
Yeah.
things more. Like, yeah, that probably helps a lot too.
So, yes. Helps so much. The communication is like on the tip of the iceberg, which is really fun. Getting to see him like communicate, and he can say and communicate certain things that help a lot when you're trying to figure out what he wants, which I think he's still trying to figure out at times too.
Fair. Fair. It's a learning curve for all of
Yeah.
us. He'll get there.
Yeah. I mean, it's all of our first time here on Earth. So,
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Oh my God. Well, Lauren, I would love for you to tell the listeners, like, how do we know each other? How did we meet? What's our origin story?
yes. Okay. Our origin story is Audrey is probably one of the few reasons I stayed at Xavier our freshman year.
What?
She's like learning this on the fly too.
Yeah, literally.
We met at club volleyball
Mhm.
at Xavier, and we both lived in the same dorm as well. So we have that in common with some of your other guests too. But no, I mean I came to Xavier and didn't know anybody else, and I don't think you really did either.
No, yeah.
Which was pretty common, I would say, a lot of people that did. So I was excited about that opportunity, but then I think once I got there, I was kind of like, oh, this is a little bit harder than I thought it was going to be.
Mhm.
And so I really found community with club volleyball, and you and Rachel, I think we just had some great memories freshman year that were really pivotal in me not wanting to leave Xavier, even at times when I wasn't so sure if I was going to find that community.
Yeah.
Club volleyball was a really big part of that. And yes, that's where we met. So I think in your episode with Rachel, you guys talked a little bit about like trekking back and forth, which are some core memories that I have as well. And over the years, we love to just continue to complain about how we had to do that. It was like,
Oh, yeah.
it's like how like our grandparents say we had to walk uphill both ways to school. Like that's what we have to say. We had to carry the balls and the poles. Why did we have to take the poles?
Yeah, the antennas.
Right?
Why did
Yeah, that's not the poles. The antennas. I don't know
stupid.
why.
So stupid.
They were like stuffed under our beds in
Oh my God.
Brockman.
Yeah.
Yes. So those are our origin stories, and then many a times from then. But we then became the president and the treasurer of club volleyball and had many times fun as prez and trez. So
Honestly, I love, like, it's great to talk to all of you because there are things where I'm like, oh my God, that's right. I honestly completely forgot I was treasurer. I forgot about that.
yeah,
But no,
this is something that should be on your resume, Audrey.
honestly, it would be a pretty, like, I don't think it would give a great representation of me because I have to like run our financials and things. And I'm like, you trust me? Like, I feel like math is not my strong suit. Like, why do I keep putting in these math situations? I'm not confident here, but
How did you end up being the treasurer? Did somebody just tell you?
I think Bridget was just like, you operate like me? Cool.
Congratulations.
Get in here. You're treasurer. And I'm like,
Yeah.
do you want me here? I would much prefer a secretary role or like something else there. But yeah. Yeah. And that reminded me too, this is like so off topic. We would have to go to those meetings with James. Do you remember that? Like so
Yeah.
weird. And
Yes.
what did we even talk about? What did we do? And like, that was so odd.
I genuinely don't know. I guess the budget, we would talk about how we were spending money. In
Yeah.
trips, he had to like approve some of our trips and
yeah.
where we were going. Maybe I just feel like we were always trying to like swindle the system.
Oh, for sure.
We were like,
For sure.
we're like, we're gonna use the money on a speaker. We're gonna buy these warm-ups that aren't sold on any of the whatever pre-cleared websites, or like I just feel like we were always making things difficult for him.
For sure.
But
we wanted it our way.
you know,
And we found
we're
a way to
innovative.
do it.
Yes.
So it's
Yes.
fine.
Yeah. But really that was like a good experience. I mean, you genuinely could find a way to put that on your resume if you need to. We had to sit like in those meetings and like, pitch a budget and like talk about expenses and how we were gonna raise money and
I
like
forgot about that.
offset expenses and stuff. Yeah, like it was pretty it was a pretty legit business
Yeah.
case study kind of thing
Yeah.
that you could probably pull from in life. Probably not at this point. It's a little far removed,
Yeah.
but
But oh my God, I just remember too, yeah, those meetings. We were in there and it's like, your crushes in the other club sports and you're like, yeah, having to like
yeah.
it was weirder than in a
Yes.
classroom setting where you're like having to raise your hand or like, a call and
Yep.
response thing. Like it felt like this was not like the cool
Yeah.
kids version, but like it was just weirder to
Yes.
bring attention to yourself, I feel like during those meetings. So I think I
I agree.
probably just said the
Yes.
two things I had to, club volleyball here, and that was probably all I did.
Get it.
But oh my God. No, that was club volleyball was so amazing in so many different ways. And
Yeah.
I agree. It really, for me too, was probably the reason that kept me at Xavier. Especially
Yeah.
after the first semester. I think everyone who goes to Xavier,
Yes.
if you have a good freshman year first semester, I don't
Something's
know
wrong with
anyone
you.
who had that. Because, like, you can't get into
Neither.
parties. It's like, yeah, not a ton of people go to that school
Yeah.
knowing each other, so you really have to, like, create that own community,
Yeah.
and it's just not like a state school where there's, like we didn't even have a football team, so it's not like there were those events to try to meet
Right.
people there. So, yeah, first semester,
Oh my gosh.
tough.
It is so tough. But it's worth it, right? Like I think everybody says it too, like it paid off in the types of friendships. I think that it fostered that were a lot more deep and meaningful. It kind of like forced you to go beyond just the like, yeah, meet somebody at a tailgate and you got to meet people through common activities like volleyball or whatever, just a
Yeah.
little bit more opportunity for intentional connection, which I think we've appreciated over time, but I definitely did not appreciate that first semester when I was trying to make friends.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it was rough out there. But yeah, it was so fun
Yeah.
to keep up with a sport that like was my identity for so
Yeah.
long. And I think for me too, club
Yes.
volleyball, I don't know. I definitely want to hear from you what your relationship with volleyball is now because yeah, and like I mean,
Yeah.
I started playing volleyball when I was 11, 10 or 11, and I did
Mhm.
it all throughout college and like through high school it was what I felt like and took as my defining thing. All my friends did it. All my free time was
Yeah.
spent doing it. Like all of my thoughts and I feel like experiences were around volleyball. So then not playing in college
Yes.
or like through the school, whatever. It's something I never thought I would do. I always thought I'd be like playing for the school,
Yeah.
whatever that means. So club volleyball was a great way, I think, for me to like start to detach that from my identity, even though I was very much involved with club volleyball. I feel like it was a really good way to start to learn other sides of me and
Yeah.
kind of start removing that from my identity.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like same thing. We had similar experiences.
Mhm.
High school sport, like volleyball was a critical component of my identity. My closest friends played volleyball. Like that was what I did in my free time. And then thank God I had some kind of epiphany my senior year. Like, I don't need to do this.
Yeah.
Like there is more to life.
Yeah.
I feel like it was poignant of us to have that kind of forethought at the time because we probably easily could have went and played at whatever D3 university. Maybe you would have went D1 Audrey. I shouldn't diminish into that. But no, seriously. I mean, we could have easily done that, and I just feel
Mhm.
like I wouldn't have had the experience that I had if I would have like you kind of said, like kept myself in that box.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was the perfect and post college, I've coached volleyball. I don't at this point, too many other things going on, but I did for like 7 years after college. And one
That
of the
long,
things,
really? Oh my
yeah,
God.
I mean, so we lived together the 1 year after college, and
Mhm.
then I started coaching the next year after that, and really did up until I
Yeah.
had Lucas. Um,
Crazy.
yeah, so it went by so fast. But I was just gonna say one of the things that I liked to tell the girls was you don't have because you just feel like you said, like this is my identity and this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play college volleyball, and I'm like, you can go play the sport and love the game either on a like club is such a fantastic way to like still keep those pieces of what you love about it, but also
Mm,
spread your wings and not have the commitment and like the requirements that come with being on the collegiate team at the school, regardless of what division you play at. It's a big
mhm.
commitment to be on the team. So, anyways, I just was always like, club is such a great option, gives you kind of the best of both worlds. And I really felt like it was the same thing. It was a great way for me to step into Xavier and have like the comforts of what I was used to. And in a lot of ways, like the relationships I built with the girls at Xavier were very similar. Like, we had similar experiences. We were similar in ways, different ways, but like
Mhm.
that was really comforting to start as a foundation at Xavier. And then
Yeah.
I was able to like just springboard from there, right? And like you said, do different things, meet different people, and open up different parts of myself that I probably wouldn't have otherwise if I could have just like clung on to
Yeah.
the volleyball piece of me
Yeah.
for.
I love that. You were coaching, like, what age were you coaching again?
So I started coaching 12s and then I ended at 14. So between 12 and 14,
But
which
that's
was
a
so
perfect
fun.
age to hear that too, because
Yeah.
yeah, that's when I was forming that identity, when I saw all of my peers forming that identity. So, oh my gosh, how amazing to
Yes.
like hear that at that time. I'm so glad you could do that.
Yeah. Yeah, it was so rewarding. I would love to have time to do it again, but, I would love to get back into coaching. It was so like, seriously so rewarding, and then, yeah, being able to, like, take some things that you had from great coaches and apply them, kind of, like, add them to your repertoire, and then leave some other things that you
Mhm.
maybe didn't love and try and help just let them have their love of the game grow. It was
Yeah.
really great and rewarding.
Yeah. Oh my God. That's awesome. That's so cute. I feel like that
Yeah.
age group too. Like I would just, yeah, I think it would be fun. Now I'm like, oh my God, do I coach? But I think that would be a nightmare. I don't think that'd be good for anyone. But
No, oh my gosh, you would be great too, and they would love you. They like, I mean, you remember like when you're a middle school girl, like
mhm,
having an older girl be your
mhm.
coach, like it's just like the coolest thing. So
I
it's
can still
super,
remember
I think
them.
it's always great. Yes.
Mhm, mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
It's great to be able to just like be a role model and yeah, kind of impart the wisdom.
Mhm. Yeah, like, there are those like role models, whether it was coaches, neighbors, like cool girls at high school,
Yeah.
or like
Yeah.
kind of like now I wonder if girls just have that through the internet and like through influencers and like, oh, what a missed
Probably.
opportunity to like look around you and, like see all the cool
Yeah.
people that are actually in your circle or like in your community to some degree.
Yes, so true. I think you're right. People probably do look at influencers, but maybe there's some like local influencers. I don't
Yeah,
know. High school influencers, that's a thing, right?
I think so. I mean, I'm sure. I'm sure. But I also
Beats
love
me.
yeah, yeah, for real. I'm not in high school. Wouldn't know. um, but like I don't know. I feel like I have so many close relationships with my volleyball teammates. And Rachel and I were kind of talking
Yeah.
about this like outside of the episode, but truly there are times when we are hanging out that I feel like her and I mean, I think all girls have this, but I feel it so much with like girls I played volleyball with and in this example, Rachel, she will give me one like 8-millisecond look, and I've read her entire mind. I know exactly what's happening. I know what's going on. She can do one
Yeah.
little move this way. She can twitch her head a certain way. Like, I don't know. I just feel like the ways that I can read the like girls who I played volleyball with is like so
Yeah.
insane. And yeah, and I don't know if it's because you're always looking in your peripheral vision to like see what they're doing,
Yes.
see what's going on, or, just through the 10,000 hours of practice, games, in between games, like what it is. But yeah, I just feel like because of that,
Yeah.
those relationships are so deep and so like
Yeah.
I don't know, you can just read each other so different and so well. So, I guess, do you feel like you've had that with, like, us? And, like, I feel like, to us
Yeah.
living together post-grad, I mean, there's so many reasons I could maybe, like, pinpoint at that, but I feel like at the end of the day, it really is
Yeah.
being on the court together more that I can read you.
Yes. I totally agree. Volleyball too is like such a game. It's obviously a game of communication, verbal, but it also is like how you're moving around each other on the court and what you're not saying. So I think that's probably a big piece of that like intuition that comes into play in the game that probably translates well to life, like being able to just read each other and pick up on cues and figure out how to win the point of or whatever it is, right? Like I feel the same way. I think that's like maybe it's also a trait of like volleyball girls. Like you're just thoughtful and intentional.
I mean, I will ride or die, and I would like stick 10 toes
Me
deep
too.
in like how volleyball is one of the best sports you can do
Yes.
as a girl. I mean, I don't know, but maybe
Yes.
both. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Whoever wants fun.
whoever. But like volleyball is just incredible. It's so
Yeah.
fun. It's fast. Yeah. Like, yeah, and
Yes.
you have team members. You're not alone, which I could never do an individual sport.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Um,
Yep.
yeah. But
Neither.
what keeps you, what were some of the things that maybe got you either into volleyball or kept you in it?
Yes. The same things. I mean, the speed. One of the things that I really liked is like I didn't like basketball as I got older because it was physically aggressive. Like, everybody's like throwing
Yeah.
elbows. And I like that volleyball, you can exert energy onto the ball and like be aggressive on the ball or like blocking or whatever. So it's like physical in that way, but it's not like actually like punching each other,
Yeah.
throwing elbows or running. Not into running.
Yeah.
No, wasn't very up and down the court was a no for me. I actually never played soccer in my life. I did play softball for a good part growing up, but even that like has a little bit more running,
Mm-hmm.
which I just was never very good at. So those were the things. And then I think volleyball is like super strategic, which is fun too.
Yes.
Like because it's so fast and like there's just I mean every game has strategy, but I feel like the speed and like the different components of volleyball just like make it so entertaining,
Mm-hmm.
both to play and watch.
Mm-hmm. I never thought about the like you're not intermixed with your competitor like that. So yeah, you're
Yeah.
on your own side. You guys can
Yeah.
hang out. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, I never thought about that
Yeah.
component of it. And
You,
yeah,
like,
that's probably why I
cultivate
like
your
it.
vibe on your Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And it's like you against them, like they're
Mm-hmm.
on the other side of the net, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I love that.
But yeah.
Okay, Lauren, this came out of nowhere. This question, I thought about it literally like
Okay.
maybe 20 minutes before we started. How much Fetty Wap are you listening to these days?
That's hysterical. Oh my god. I must say I'm not displeased at my, alignment to Fetty Wap. He was just released, like, from
Yeah.
prison or something,
Yeah.
right? So that's great. Not as much as I should be. I think that's my answer.
Mhm.
I need to get him back on the circulation. Just classic music of our time. It just they don't make music like that
No.
anymore.
No. Okay, so ever since his release, if there were a Spotify Wrapped in 2016, he would not have been on it, but I will put money down now. He will be on my Spotify Wrapped for
He's on your
2026. Like
Does he
every
have
day.
new music?
No, well, maybe, but I'm not listening to it. I'm listening to
This is strictly
Yeah.
whatever the album was from 2016.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was
But I
great.
have such a distinct memory of you our sophomore year. I feel like anytime I either was in your car, at your dorm room, like anything, oh my God, what is the
Yes.
song? Trap Queen. Specifically, Trap Queen would
Yeah.
always play.
It's such a good song. Oh my gosh, yeah. I mean, people have like it was a trend this year, right? To like reflect on 2016.
Mhm.
And do you just think about how amazing it was? Like the time that we were in 2016, it just really doesn't get more perfect than that. I mean,
Yeah.
like all of the songs, all of the music was just like peak where we were in our
Mhm.
lives.
And
And
that's the
Fetty
music that
was
still
like
plays at
one
like
of the pin
clubs and out and yeah, for people.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
Right. It was an amazing time, really. It was.
Yeah.
I have no regrets.
No regrets. I feel like, I mean, that is one thing I would say with our age. I feel like we hit all of these like universal cultural
Yeah.
trends or whatever perfect timing when phones started coming out, when social media started coming out.
Yes.
2016, COVID, like all of these
Yeah.
things, honestly, like
Yeah.
they couldn't have happened at better times in our life. So I'm just riding for that.
Yes. I totally agree. We are like just on the cusp of the new technology, but like not fully immersed in it that we like don't have a grip on reality. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like I completely agree. And being a parent now too, like I'm seeing
Mm.
that just like yeah, just like the way social media has taken over and the role that our phones play in our lives and everything, like we really did like we're like the last group that didn't have that experience in early child like or young teen whatever
Mm-hmm.
teenhood teenage years.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. We're yeah, we're just best generation there is, you know.
Lucky,
What do they
lucky,
call us?
they
I
say.
mean, we're technically millennials, right?
I think
But we're
by like a year
like
or
the
like,
back half.
mm-hmm. Mhm. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of the times I do feel like I do very much identify with Gen Z in some ways, but then,
Yeah.
like, I'll be talking
Yeah.
to my brother and he'll be like, "You couldn't have been more millennial in that moment." And I'm like, "I know." Like, and I'm okay with it, but I like that we're on the very edge. I
Yeah.
think, yeah, we're maybe like a year or 2 before Gen Z, so we can cusp it a little bit there.
Yes. Yeah. I think that's fair. And that tracks with what you said. It's keeping on the theme with what you said of like we're just walking the line.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. So what are you like listening to podcasts these days? Are you listening to music? Who are you listening to?
You know, I feel like I'm doing a lot of just like replay looping my favorites. I like Taylor Swift, Kelsey Ballerini, Luke Combs, and I feel like Morgan Wallen. I'm just kind of
Mhm.
circling the old favorites. When I get in the car right now, it's like just too easy to just hit, on the CarPlay icon, the most
Yeah.
recent thing. Yeah. But I honestly, this is maybe a weird habit that I feel like I guess I maybe have picked up since having a baby. Sometimes I will drive in silence,
Oh.
which
Mhm.
is, I don't know, some people are probably really weirded out by that. But sometimes, like, genuinely, I don't even realize I'm doing it. And that's because I'm thinking
Mhm.
so much. And then I'm
Mhm.
like, I don't even have anything on. And then honestly, sometimes even when I do have things on, I'm just thinking about
Mhm.
other stuff.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay, that not weird to me because I do it, but also my there are some things that I'm like, "Lauren, are you my mom?" Or like you and my mom are just so similar in some ways. And
That's funny.
Pam does that all the time. She would say
Yeah.
sometimes growing up when she would drive from, like, Findlay to Chicago, I think it was just under a 5-hour drive, she would sometimes the entire car ride, no music, nothing, just, like,
Wow.
silence, and that's
That's
a
impressive.
little serial killery, or that's a little intense, but, yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, being a working mom, being, like, all the things on your just running to-do list or just I don't know, even just
Yeah.
working or just being like, one of those 2 things, I
Yeah.
feel like you could easily get into that, so put them together and I
Yeah.
mean, I can understand.
100%. Yeah. I feel like I'm right. Just thinking through what's next to come on the day or whatever. Thinking about what's going to happen at work, what my day is going to be at work, what do I got to do later. Yeah.
Mhm.
Just thinking through all the things. But I love a little like, background noise too of like people I feel like talk about like watching comfort shows over and
Yeah.
over. Like same thing with music. Like I definitely am guilty of just like listening to the same comfort albums. And then when Spotify Wrapped comes out, I'm like, nothing's changed because I haven't changed my habits.
Same habits, different year. Great to see it reflected here.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of work, Lauren, like, do you have a strategy maybe when it comes to career development or career growth? Because I
Oh,
guess I feel like you are to maybe give you some a confidence booster or not booster, but just like to compliment you. Lauren is extremely smart, like so smart and can see things ahead of time and can also just like I don't know, understand things quickly, deeply and just like I feel like integrate into whatever she's doing. But one thing that was so fun to see is you got a good job right after college, and I feel like you capitalized on that momentum early on too, and you had a lot
Yeah.
of career development. You tried some different things, you met with different teams, you were good at like networking, keeping up with those relationships, and I just
Yeah.
feel like I mean, we've been working for a bit now, but I feel like even within our time working, you've really made a name for yourself and you've had a lot of growth. And maybe outside looking in, I felt like maybe there wasn't a strategy, but maybe was there like a method behind any of that? Or were you just kind of
Yeah.
rolling with the punches? Or like, how have you navigated your career development?
Yeah. Thank you for those kind words first. I appreciate it. Yeah. I mean, I've been at the same company since we graduated, which has certainly played into my ability to grow throughout the company. But I think, I don't know, I definitely didn't set out with some specific strategy, but I started in a leadership development program that definitely set me up for success. And some of the core principles of that were rooted in like networking and relationship building, and then giving you exposure to development opportunities and leaders. I
Mhm.
think I really there a big component of that program was capitalizing on your network and building it and growing it, because you've rotated through different areas over the course of a 2-year program, and so you've really got to meet a ton of people,
Yeah.
and I took that opportunity to do that. I think the reason I've had success at work is because of the way that I've built those relationships and fostered them, just like your personal brand. So I think early on it helps to be known for something. So like when I was in my first years at the bank, I one of the teams that I was on, somebody asked me to like update a PowerPoint slide and make it look pretty basically.
Hmm.
And I did that and became known as like the PowerPoint guru, which was really silly, but people would literally send me their presentations, like just kind of senior people that they were going to present to this person or that person, and they wanted me to like spruce it up, which gave me good exposure opportunities
Hmm.
to other content, other people, let me meet other groups, and it made me like marketable. People knew who I was because I could help them with this thing. And obviously that wasn't like groundbreaking activity. I wasn't changing the bank with my PowerPoints, but I was like building a brand. So that's one of the big pieces of advice that I feel like I give when I'm talking about this now is you have something to contribute right out of the gate, no matter what it is. I think like early on in my career, it was like people were really looking towards the younger generation on like Excel help, which
Yeah.
was never really my extensive forte, but like things like that. Like you bring something to the table and that continues to ebb and flow that other people don't have that you can use to kind of like get your name out there and kind of continue to grow. So I think that's like the first thing that I did. And then from there, people are like, I know she did a good job with this, so I'm going to give her this more meaningful project.
Yeah.
And you kind of continue to grow your scope of work and just prove yourself. I think when you have opportunities, you definitely have to take them, and don't be afraid to go like above and beyond, do
Hmm.
things without people telling you to do them. That's been a big part of my strategy, I guess, to
Hmm.
like just execute without being told to. And then I think the network piece you can't talk about business without talking about a network. And it's true. Like, I guess I've tried to take an authentic approach to it whenever I
Hmm.
was just starting out, very eager to meet a lot of people, and definitely did that. But then over time, you kind of refine how you're approaching those meetings and what you're talking about and how you can be valuable to people. Even again, when you're just starting out, you can still bring something to the table and have meaningful conversations. So I think focusing in on some specific relationships and continuing to like water those relationships, even when you're in different areas, that has allowed me to kind of
Hmm.
see doors open that maybe I wouldn't otherwise have. So I don't know if that
Yeah.
fully answers your question. I think
Yeah.
definitely no specific strategy, but some things that I think have been critical to my success.
Yeah. Okay. Clearly my memory is like not great, but I forgot that you did the leadership program, and I guess it's
Yeah.
great to hear kind of looking back or how it's helped you now,
Yeah.
because I didn't know those existed until kind of, I don't
Yeah.
know, maybe senior year when we were applying for jobs and things like that. And I never was really
Yeah.
sure like what that would look like long term, or maybe what some pros or cons even of that would
Yeah.
be. I mean, for my
Yes.
industry, those shops weren't happening. That's not applicable.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I guess it's really cool to hear, and now it seems like from what I know from my career, like looking back, something like that is so great, especially if you like the area
Yes.
that you're at, the company, the people, the culture, all of those things. Like, wow, yeah, I'm sure
Yeah.
that has paid off so much because obviously you're still there. You like it enough. And
Yeah.
things that, yeah, I think that
Yeah.
that's awesome that it worked out that way. And yeah,
Yeah.
but it's good advice to,
The career development like pathways, I think they were super popular like right when we were coming out of college, and I think they still are, but they've like ebbed and flowed a little bit to try and flex with like graduates are looking for in programs, and the bank has even shifted and changed things to try and keep up with the times. But I
Mhm.
think like the cornerstone of it, like the purpose was just to get exposure to as much as you could within a specific area. So I work in risk management, so I had exposure to a couple different areas in risk, and like it was so great to be able to go into a full-time role and still not feel like I had to have it figured out. And I
Mm,
think there's so
yeah.
much pressure when you're graduating. Even everybody can tell you like this isn't, necessarily what you're going to do for the rest of your career. You can have 10 different roles at 10 different companies, or you could have 10 roles at one company, whatever. People can tell you that. But when you're in it, especially again, if you're somebody that likes to plan, you're like, okay, if I make this choice, then where's that going to take me? And what's that going to mean for my career and how high I can go or how much I can do? So I think that was super appealing to me to be like, okay, I can step into this role and have stability around it while still like exploring what's out there. And it really was a great opportunity to do that.
Yeah, I love that. Okay, well, I know equipment malfunction. One of my lights went out,
Oh,
so I'm
shoot.
moving my light.
Oh, no. It doesn't look bad to me.
Oh my god. Well, I just
Are
moved
you
the
like
one
do you have a
over a little
spotlight?
bit
Okay.
more, but yeah, the one on this side just boop went out.
We
Anyway,
are too
rolling with the
confident in the
punches of
lights.
life. No, I love that. And I love that you had that opportunity, and like, yeah, it's come out
Yeah.
to do so much for you. And yeah, you didn't
Yeah.
I'm still learning and trying to remind myself that I don't need to have it
Yes.
figured out. No one does, not even CEOs. So
Yep.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Sometimes that doesn't help to hear, but sometimes it's a good reminder too.
I completely agree. It's just you don't have to have it figured out. It's just part of life. You
Yeah.
genuinely it's just like, what are you gonna do next? What do
Yeah.
you wanna do next?
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be mapped out for you.
Yeah. Thank God. Thank God. But oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, I have two more like kind of random questions for you that because I was
Okay.
like, what's the most Lauren? Or like what are some like really Lauren things that we could either talk
Oh
about, like
god.
whatever. So has your intake of candy corn increased or decreased over the years?
Oh my
I think
god.
it's so Lauren.
I think that I know it's definitely a toxic trait of mine that I like candy corn. Audrey, you will be actually probably astounded that I think I only ate 2 bags this year, which is like really groundbreaking for me.
No, that's
I don't really know
crazy.
what the driver I really don't know what the driver of that was because I feel like the year before that I a lot more than that. So I would say it has decreased over the years. I still love it though,
Yeah.
but
And what are
you
your
know.
thoughts on the little pumpkins? I feel like the little pumpkins get a lot of people going. No,
No, I don't like the pumpkins. And even worse than the pumpkins are okay, it's just like it's too much,
fair. Volume.
which is crazy because it's all sugar, but
Yeah.
it's too much. Yes, that's good. That's a good way to word it. It's too much volume. What's worse than the pumpkins is like the autumn, like brown,
The brown. I
like the
knew you were
brown
going to say
ones.
that.
Oh my gosh. Don't get me started. Awful.
And Lauren only likes Brock's. Right? Is that Brock's?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exclusive.
It's the
Exclusive.
only brand. If you, yeah, that's the only brand to have if you're going to have candy corn, in my opinion. Otherwise, waste.
That's one thing I loved about you. When we were living together post grad, you had candy around all the time. And I loved that because at that time in my life, I can say it now because I recognize it. I had the worst relationship with food, like not good in any
Yeah.
way, very mean to myself about it, very restrictive, very always going through a fad diet. Like it was not good. But now I'm looking back and I'm like,
Mhm.
oh my God, Lauren like had it figured out. Like Lauren, there was like, I don't
No,
know.
no.
No. Okay.
Oh my gosh, I definitely didn't have it figured out. I certainly had those moments too, but yeah, I have always loved a sweet treat, and that's just my cross to bear. I
Yeah.
just
And I
can't
love
fight
that
it.
for you. I love it for So what's your all year round candy? Or like do you have anything that you're
Mm.
constantly keeping in your cabinet?
Honestly, the thing that would be in the cabinet most of the time would be just like a Reese cup, mini individual wrapped Reese cup. Um, but I do have like seasonal favorites, even outside of candy corn. Like we're coming up on the season of like the robin egg, like Whoppers for Easter.
Yeah.
Have you had those? Um, yeah, I don't know. That's a niche thing too. I honestly blame my dad for all of these. Like, we had like a candy dish growing up, and the seasonal
Mhm.
favorites were always in them. So what comes around, my sister and I are the same way. We're like, oh, it's robin egg time,
I love
and I
it.
like the Rolo, like the green and red colored Rolos at Christmas.
Oh. I don't know
So good.
those. I have to try
Just
those.
like a, it's not. You know a Rolo. It's just
Yeah.
a red and green wrapper of a
Oh.
Rolo, but they're like more popular around Christmas, I feel.
Mm.
Rolo's so good. So yeah, but I would say a Reese is like my like I need like just like a little sweet treat.
Yeah.
That's my go-to.
Yeah. I've
Yeah.
gotten more into candy these days and I have some
Did you try the gummies that I told you to try?
what
The
brand were they
Albanese
again?
ones.
Yes, I did. So
You didn't like them?
no, because I don't like the issue is they were only gummy like bears, and I
Okay.
need some more surface area. It's got to be chewier.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
what are the things?
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah, they just need to be a little bit bigger. I don't like the shape of bear. I did try them, and I will say they were good considering that, but I'm critical. And it was their shape that really got me not
Yeah.
into them. So, yeah, not a
Okay.
gummy bear or not a gummy worm gal.
Okay, you like just like a more what, like a gummy like octopus? Or like
Like it big and chewy. Yeah.
okay. I bet they have them of the brand. Like, did you like
Probably.
the texture? That's what I
Yeah.
like. Like it's like
Mhm.
a nice
Mhm.
yes.
And didn't feel, as art I mean, I love the taste of something artificial as fuck, but that
Yeah.
one, was a little organic compared.
Yeah. It felt a little more I'm with you. It feels a little more natural, something
Mhm.
about it. Yes.
I love
That's
it.
great.
And then your love of beagles, I feel like really has to be noted during the podcast
Yeah.
episode as well. So how did that start?
Oh my gosh. I want to say probably my grandpa. So my dad's family had beagles, and hunting beagles a little bit, and then non-hunting. I think most of them were like failed hunting dogs. Not so great at their task. So it was definitely my dad's side of the family, and then yeah, we had a beagle growing up. His name was Scoops. He was great. He didn't bark. He was like the epitome. Yes.
I forgot his
Scoops
name.
after
Yeah.
yeah, great dog. Seriously the best dog. And then yeah, when Jake and I got married, I was like, I want to get a dog, and we put our name on a list for beagles, and it was our turn like right after we got married. And then yeah, we named our dog Brockman, which is the name of our freshman dorm at Xavier's. But he is a great dog, but not as angelic as my childhood dog. He has a lot more quirks, we'll say.
Yeah. Personality quirks, however we
Personality.
want to define it. But
Exactly.
aw, keeps you on your
Exactly.
toes, keep things interesting. All dogs are
Yeah.
not the same,
Yeah.
turns out.
Yes. Exactly. Exactly. That's right. Even if they're the same breed, not the same dog. It's how life works.
Yeah, I guess. I guess. Oh my God, that's funny. Well,
Uh,
Lauren, this is called Audrey's World. And I like to think that Audrey's World is a little like daydreamy, a little like,
mm,
it doesn't have to be so serious. It doesn't have to be so embedded in reality. But I'm curious, what is your like relationship with daydreaming or like thinking of a dream world? Is that something you do? Are you into it? Are you not? Like, what's the vibe?
yeah. I love to think about the possibilities of what life could be if there were no limitations. I feel like Jake and I talk about that all the time. Like, what would we do if we had unlimited dollars, unlimited time,
Hmm.
unlimited energy, whatever commodity is hot that day. Yeah, so I love it. I think it's great to daydream. Why not?
I know. I love it too. It's so great. It's like,
Yeah.
I feel like gives you hope, you know, to some degree too. Or
Yes.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, it can keep me going sometimes
Agreed.
when reality's really sucks.
Yes. Totally agree. Totally agree.
So what are you daydreaming of these days? Yeah, what's the commodity today, Lauren? What are we dreaming of?
Well, we started our conversation talking about what my night usually looks like after bedtime. It would be hard for me to describe a dream world where I don't have like a personal chef, specifically dinners, specifically
Preach.
dinners.
Preach. I will die on this hill too. Go
I
at
mean,
it. Go at it.
it's literally so true that like one of the worst parts about being an adult is having to not just make your food every night, every day,
Mhm.
but you have to decide what you're going to make. It's really too much.
It's the
It's really too
worst.
much. So
The bane of my existence. Ugh.
it really is. And luckily Jake is like really good at helping brainstorm ideas. I do most of the cooking, but he like keeps up his end of that end of the bargain. But still, I would love for somebody to be able to cook dinners and like coming home at the end of the day, it's really difficult to whip something up and unpack all the stuff from the car and make sure that nothing crazy is happening with the dog or the child. So that, and then on the flip side, having somebody to help keep the house clean would
Mhm.
also be up there in the dream
Mhm.
world. So we're going practical.
Yeah,
This is the phase that I'm in life right now.
I love it. Okay, but like the dinner thing, I feel like I think about this all the time. I'm like, what is it that it truly is the crux of me, the bane of my existence? And I
Oh,
just always remember, like, when my mom would ask me what I wanted for my birthday dinner, even then I hated the question. Like, she
yeah.
knew it was I don't care. I don't want to think about it. Like, I hate it. But so, like,
It's
do you
it's
was it
actually not a birthday present for you
literally?
to ask me what I want for
Yeah.
dinner. It's the opposite. You tell me what's for
Yeah.
dinner.
You yeah, for real. But did you ever, like, have that too growing up? Like, did you I just feel like I also just genu generally don't like dinner. Like, I prefer breakfast
Yeah.
and lunch, unless I'm going out to dinner.
Yes.
Love going out to dinner, but, like, if it's just dinner at home,
Oh,
it's my least favorite. So, like, have you always felt that way about dinner? Yeah?
yes, 100%. I feel like I never ate dinner. I was always like snacking,
Mhm.
ruining my dinner. And honestly, even until Jake and I got married, that was still the same way. Like I would just eat classic girl dinner for dinner. But now I cook, you know, a meal for six so that we can eat dinner and have leftovers and have protein and carbs and vegetable, whatever. Which is good. It's really probably for the best that
Yeah.
he's helped change that habit of mine. But yeah, I'm the same way. I like my favorite meal of the day would honestly be like lunch. Like
Mhm.
I just love how you can do like a soup and salad combo, a sandwich. Like nothing beats a good sandwich. I love a sandwich.
Nothing same. Every day for lunch, that's what I'm eating. I love a
Yeah.
sandwich. Ugh, so
Yeah.
good.
You can do
And
it so many ways.
there's less pressure. Like, I feel like lunch can, yeah, truly
Yes.
just be that, and it's like no one really cares.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, lovely, like,
Yeah.
you know? And then for dinner, everyone like has a
Yes.
stick up their ass and they're like, "No, you have to do it this way." And it's like, "Oh, we were just at
Why?
lunch. Why can't we do it that way?"
Why can't we go back to lunch?
Yeah.
Make lunch. Maybe that's the dream world. Lunch is all the time. It's acceptable.
Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah. Big fan of that. Here's a
Yes.
cleaning. Like, I don't mind cleaning,
And
but yeah, if someone like a deep clean, if you just want to get in there, someone else wants to do it for me, big fan. Wouldn't be mad.
big fan. A big fan. I gotta be honest too, like, Jake is definitely the cleaner in the
Oh,
relationship.
thank
Like,
God.
yes, thank God. I mean, bless him. I mean, maybe I shouldn't say he likes cleaning more than me, but he just feels compelled to it more than me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I very much appreciate him for that. But I would just like to take the time back. Like, we're getting to the point where it's like we have to use the time on the weekend to catch up with cleaning around the house when like we're starting to get to the point where that's like not going to work anymore. Obviously we
Mm-hmm.
don't have like soccer practice or anything yet, but like just, you want to get out, enjoy the weather and the time together and not be cleaning the
Yeah.
mirrors or whatever
Yeah.
you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah. For real. That's not, yeah. Is there a chore that you like to do though? Or is there one that you like don't mind?
Um, I do most of the laundry. I don't know that I would say I love doing it, but I don't mind it.
Yeah.
And what else? I don't mind doing the dishes either. Like, it's okay. I
Yeah.
really don't like cleaning, like, the bathrooms. I mean, who likes doing that?
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Not a fan of
Yeah.
yeah,
I agree. I don't mind doing laundry, but folding laundry,
folding.
big,
No.
big
I'm the
no.
same.
Vacuuming, that's
Big
pretty,
no.
I like that I can see it happening, like instant
Yeah.
gratification. That's nice. I don't mind doing dishes. So yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
I'm kind of in that same thing.
Yeah. You can kinda, like, check it off. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Vacuuming's not too bad.
I mean, this is the most
Swiffering.
exciting podcast ever. We're talking about chores.
I mean, it doesn't get any better. It really doesn't. Oh,
My
yep. That
God.
sounds right. These are the 30s.
This is 30. I mean, seriously, sometimes I like, do you do this? I wonder if we have different experiences with this. Sometimes you look at what you're doing and you're like, 21-year-old me would like rot in hell or like would rather rot in hell.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
Time just, like, literally goes by so quickly, and then you're like, "Wait a minute. Why am I doing what am I doing? I'm still 21. Why would I ever do
I
this?"
know.
Or vice versa.
Yeah.
Completely agree. It's a fun reality check on some of the
Yeah.
things that we have to do now.
For sure. Or just some of the things that I get joy out of now. I'm like, oh my God,
Yeah,
that's hilarious. Like,
yeah,
I'm ripping up paint by numbers right now. It is so my thing. I am like
yeah.
doing that all the time. And I'm like, wow,
Love
even
it.
28-year-old me would be like shaking her head, like, what's going on?
That's hilarious. Those are fun. I've never done them, but I've seen some of your creations and they're very pretty.
Well, thank you. I mean, yeah, it might be hard with a toddler, but yeah, I like, again, you can, like, I can see my progress each time. It doesn't matter if I make a mistake because it's paint and I can either paint over it or, like, literally it's just for myself. So, like, I think I like that I can make
Yeah,
errors or, like, it doesn't have to look exactly
and
as
be
it's
what you
maybe
wanna see.
supposed to. And, like, I know it's going to be okay.
Yeah, that's right. That's the beauty of art. It's your own masterpiece.
hmm
Yeah.
So is there something that you do that maybe you get like feels like yourself or maybe feels like that like reprieve in some way maybe?
Hmm. I feel like I'm super lacking on like a hobby game or
I
anything right
mean,
now, just
yeah,
with the phase of life.
it's hard. It's
Yeah. I
hard.
mean, it
So then
really
when you
it
have
really
some
is.
free time, like what are the things that you then prioritize when you have either those few minutes or like a block of time?
Yeah. Yes. Taking a nap.
Yeah.
Taking a nap right now, I would say. And then, what else? I mean, like, Jake and I, outside of obviously free time spending with Lucas, because being a working mom, like, the days are short. Like, we get home
Mhm.
from work and it's like an hour and a half before bedtime. So
Yeah.
when those pockets, when he's sleeping or napping and we genuinely have free time, I feel like we like to catch up on shows and stuff and spend time together in that way, and, like, we've been watching Love is Blind, Traitors, all of the guilty pleasure shows. And I feel like just prioritizing like one-on-one time with Jake and like our relationship together still, even with being parents, I think is probably the biggest thing outside of spending time with Lucas. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's good. Yeah. I mean, he's in it with you. So you guys got to stay close, stay comfortable. And yeah, I imagine like
Yeah.
that's so restorative in a lot of ways too.
Yeah.
Being with him,
Yeah.
doing whatever it is that you guys want to do that day, whether it's, taking a nap, watching Traders, or I don't know,
Yeah.
going on a walk or like whatever you guys can do. So,
Yeah. I have a stack of books next to my bed that I would love to be able to tell you is at the top of my free time list, but it's just not my reality right now. It just really isn't.
and I love that for you. Like, it will one day,
Yeah.
and when you get there, you get there. But
Yes.
until then, it doesn't matter.
That's right.
My
Yes.
last question for you, Lauren, is because that's not our reality. We're getting through the stack of books where we're having someone cook our dinners for us. Like, although that's dreamy, it kind of sucks. That's not reality. So is there like a small
Yeah.
win or something that you've done recently? It could be trying a new restaurant, trying a new food, watching 10 extra
Yeah.
minutes of Traders, last night or something. Is there a small win that you just want to congratulate yourself on or maybe celebrate?
Yeah. I feel like I started off my Monday on a good foot by emptying the dishwasher before I left for work.
I love that.
So, talking about like all the dishes and stuff, I feel like we wash so many dishes by hand and we've been like trying to make a conscious effort to use the dishwasher more. Not that we don't, but like there are some things that can clearly go in the dishwasher that for whatever reason we wash by hand. So
Yeah.
we've been using like running the dishwasher once a day. I feel like somebody told me that running the dishwasher once a day is less water than washing all of the dishes by hand. So I've been trying to use that mantra of like, you can run the dishwasher.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, yeah, I put it away before work, which was like nice to start the day with like a clean
Yeah.
slate and I could load the dishes in there after breakfast and just set the Monday up on a good start.
I love it. I like to think of some of those tasks too as like helping future self. So like I don't like doing it in the moment or I'm like I could be scrolling. I could be I don't know, whatever else I
Yeah.
would do. But
Yes.
sometimes I just have to like phrase it where it's helping future Audrey and then I'm like, okay, fine, I'll do it. I'll help her out.
Yes.
And yeah,
So
it can
true.
really make all the difference. And it maybe is something like loading the dishwasher or whatever, which I'm kind of laughing. You
Yeah.
guys are making a note to use the dishwasher more because I feel like it's the opposite for most people. But I love that this is your journey
Hello.
and welcome to the joys of a dishwasher. I don't have one, so I'm envious.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So true. Okay. So true. I don't really know why we're just now needing to up our dishwasher game, but we are. And it's life changing.
Yeah.
Use the tools that you have. That's what I say.
Look at the resources you have, the tools, capitalize on.
What about you? Do you have a small win?
Okay, this is so silly, but it's, so small. I tried cotton candy grapes for the first time and I love them. It was so good. It's bringing me joy. But yeah, so I tried something new and they're cotton candy grapes.
That's amazing. For some reason, I can't believe you haven't had those before.
Right? I
It
think when they
seems
were
like
really,
right on brand.
for sure. I think everyone was probably doing it at the time. And I was like, fuck you guys, I gotta be different. I'm drawing my own path
Also
and
on
it is
brand.
not with cotton candy grapes.
That's hysterical. So true. You know what? I say all this, but I actually don't think I've ever tried them either.
Okay, well, give them a go because honestly, I think I was also skeptical too of like how they could actually taste like that or whatever.
Does it actually taste like cotton candy? So when you go to eat it, are you thinking about it from like a fruit lens? Like I want like some fruit, I'm gonna eat some grapes, or are you like I want like a sweet treat, like kind of more like candy?
The latter. Literally, so I like just
Okay.
started kind of dipping into like trying to maybe take care of my health a little bit more. Like, cause I can do the workout thing, but like cooking, as
Yeah.
we discussed, it's just not my thing. So I like whatever. So I'm trying to make myself eat healthier meals or like more nutritious meals. And so I was like, okay, I'll get cotton candy grapes so that I'm not eating all of my gummy candy. And like maybe that will be a good
That's
sweet relief
great.
for it. And honestly, yeah, it's great.
I feel like people said to like freeze them. Is that a thing? You
Well, I
should
know
try that.
people freeze grapes, but I didn't even think about what that would do with the cotton candy side. Oh, next week's
It's a new
win.
world.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I tried.
Frozen cotton candy
Yeah.
grapes. Take it up a notch.
Oh my God. No, I'll have to. You will be getting a text from me. I will be doing that tonight. But
Okay.
no, seriously,
Yes.
try them. They
Perfect.
are so good. Like
Okay.
some of them, when when they're extra flavorful, it is like, holy shit, am I eating cotton candy? And then some of them, you're just like, okay, like I get it. But the ones where it's like,
Okay.
yeah, you know, just like with everything, there are some grapes where it's just mind-blowingly good.
Yes. Yes. Okay. I'll put them on the list
I
per
mean,
your rec.
yeah, yeah, why not? One in Rome. So give it a go. Well,
Yeah.
Lauren, thanks for like taking time out of your limited spare time that you have to talk to me. It means a
Yeah.
lot.
Of course. Oh my gosh. This was seriously so fun. I want to do it like once a month.
Great. We'll get a reoccurring hot topic list. We'll get it going. And that's our episode for today. I mean, didn't I tell you candy corn chores? It can be interesting. There's a lot to get into. And my equipment malfunction, I mean, God, I'm like a real podcaster now. If I can roll with those punches, what can't I do? But Lauren's Dream World really spoke to me. I mean, if you're a real one, if you've been through the seasons of this podcast, you can't stop me from talking about the bane of my existence with dinner. So Lauren was speaking my language dreaming about that today. It was fab. Absolutely fab. A more practical dream world, but honestly, still sounds so dreamy. Honestly, that sounds maybe more dreamy because that could change, you know? We can, like, the hope is there. We could see it being more of a real thing for us. And I mean, drop into the chat. Everyone, let me know your thoughts on cotton candy grapes. Have you had them? Have you not? Refrigerated? Frozen? On the counter? How do you eat them? And that's today's episode. Thank you so much for tuning in, taking time out of your day to listen and to support. Other ways that you could support Audrey's World are by liking, subscribing, following on wherever you listen. You can listen on Apple, on Spotify, iHeartRadio, other platforms too, but those are the most accessible. You can also watch the episodes. Yes, I'm not just a one platform only girl or one medium girl. No, I also do video. So if you are more of a visual learner, not an audio gal or boy, then got you covered. Go to YouTube. You can find me at Audrey's World, Oddrey, and check out my YouTube clips. You can see all the episodes are up there. Or you can also follow me on TikTok and Instagram, also at Audrey's World, Oddrey. So you can catch me wherever you please. Yes, of course, I just don't do podcast and YouTube. Of course, I have some social media clips, so check it out. Check it out. If you want to maybe get to know me more, if you want to see me, if you're just curious about my guest, you know where you can find that info. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Your support means everything to me, and I hope you really enjoyed the conversation. I will be back again next Tuesday, so see you then. Bye. Love ya.